Come on in, my crafty friends. Come on in, bring your projects. I'm Deborah, and I'm the hands behind Taylor's Yarn Creations. And on today, I'm going to be working on finishing up some crochet wallets. Now, they look like they're finished, but they're not. I still have to add the snap to it. It's 3 pockets. One here, there, and then here, a little bit larger. So I have to do the snap, and then I need to put on my little label. So I have this blue one. I still need to kind of weave in some of the ends. And because we're talking about nylon yarn, I have to cut it and then burn the end because it's just a different type of yarn. So this again is 3 pockets. And then I have a red one that I still need to weave in the edges. I have to weave the edges. This is a pattern I kind of created as a gift for one of my customers, and they loved it so much they're buying some for their friends and loved ones. So here it is. They're about the same size. Let me see if I can measure. Do I have my measuring tape up here? Yep, here it is. So I'll tell you how wide it is. It's about, I want to say about 5.5. I'll make sure. 5.5 wide. Yes, and about 3 inches tall. So I'm going to go ahead and work on the snaps. I have the little snaps up here. They like to stick together. They're magnetic. And so I'm going to be working on that. Making sure I get all the pieces together. It's really an interesting, because sometimes I think I have so many of them. Some of them are all stuck together. Goodness. Just jumbled. They love each other. So I'm going to go ahead and get this going and see how we can do this. And I also brought my handy dandy tools so that I can put it together. I have some of these. What do they call these? The washer. It said washers. It just says washers. I try not to take them out the bag too much and keep them in their original bag so I don't have to worry about them. I'm going to do that. I will not be with you long today, but I wanted to get on because just for a little bit, because once again, we're going to be having some odd weather, and I said, let me just jump on. I'm not going to really make an announcement or anything. I'm just going to jump on. I need to be working on some projects for my upcoming event. I have another event coming up this summer, so I'm preparing for that. I really hope to do well. It's a one-day event, so I don't know. It's a relatively new venue, but we'll see. You know, I think I've been selling myself short in a lot of cases. You know, sometimes we think, oh, nobody's going to pay this for it. But, you know, I think I need to stop selling. And hopefully my internet will not go in and out. It's a little windy here in the area, but it's not that windy. So see what we can get done. I may not be able to get everything I want done, but I have my need to take some pictures of some of my hats that I have made. I need to make a green one. I think I'm gonna work on a green one too. And I think this part I'm gonna have to put this on hold because I have this part, but the other part must be downstairs still. Go figure that one. But here are some of my hats, my bucket hats. This one is a purple one. I'm gonna go ahead and take it's a large, I guess it's a medium to large size. See if you can see. I don't know if you can see how beautiful purple this is. It has the glitter ruffles. Sorry you can't see how this is a gorgeous purple. It looks blue right now, but it's purple. So I'm going to be taking this and I'm going to take pictures of it. I think I have this on Etsy. These two I do not have on Etsy, but I need to put this on Etsy and I also need to put it on my website. So here's a smaller one, but it's like a pink and has like little speckles in it. Probably cute for Easter. It's really cute. But I don't have this on Etsy at all. So I need to get these photos up here. And then I have this one. People seem to like this one. At one point I had it on Facebook Marketplace, but I took it off because I started getting a lot of, seemed like, I want to say it was spam. I don't really trust them when they don't, when it says it's, you can have it shipped and they're like, okay, how much? And it's like, you see the price. So this one has like little hearts and it's a beautiful, beautiful fuchsia pink. It's almost as pink as this hat, but I, for some reason, couldn't find this pink again. So this is a one of a kind type of deal. I'm going to be taking pictures of that today. And then I'm going to package them to be shipped. I don't know if I'm going to have them again in my next event. I don't think I will. I'm not gonna fiddle with it. It's just people like the hats. They like the ruffle hats, but for some reason they never seen the they just look at them. They go, oh, that's so cute. But maybe it's just not the right audience, or sometimes I realize here that people don't wear that many hats for some reason. So I'm not gonna. There's a song, if it don't fit, don't force it. I'm not gonna force it. I'm gonna put these back because I need to have the other part of the snap, and I think that's downstairs. I'm gonna keep that organized real nice and neat. And since I need to do, I have 2 reds. I need to do another red, purple, and a green one. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the green. This is what the green looks like. It's a beautiful emerald green. Look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that one. And let's go ahead and crochet my chains. And for this one, I am going to do a pattern for it, and I'm going to put it on my Etsy shop. So I've done it a couple times just to see if I'm doing it right. Got to count. I like to just go ahead and get it counted down. Have like 20 more. Oop. Not this little nylon thing. You know what? Don't you hate when you forget where you counted from? You got to start all over. I'm just going to start over. I started counting. I started counting. I know I was past 20. And you just got to, I got to laugh at myself. I was past 20. I have to do over 60. So I was past 20. I started counting like 1, 2 again. Sometimes I like to I can talk and count. Sometimes I can't. Now I'm at 30. Now think about this nylon. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful emerald green, but the yarn is not as soft as cotton. Almost there. Yeah. And now for this one, then I have my chains. Let me see how many inches this is. All yarns aren't really they don't always do the same, but I'm gonna tell you how many. I have my tape. I'm gonna go ahead and measure how long this chain is. This chain is measuring out to be about 13, no, yeah, about 13 inches. Make sure. No, I got that little zero there. And I want to make sure. Stretch this little thing out, not too much. It's about, I want to say it's about 13 inches. Or, yeah. And the centimeters is on the other side. Is it about 33 centimeters? So, what I did learn is if you don't know how to count, you might as well not even try to crochet. Don't do it. Because crochet deals with numbers and you have to know how to deal with numbers. Some patterns will just say do this many until the end and don't really give you an end count. But if you're going to do it right, at least try to give some type of number so that people can know that they're on the same page as you. So for here, I'm going to be crocheting in the back bump. And the back bump is just, you'll turn your crochet work flat. And then those little humps you will crochet in. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So this is kind of not difficult. It's not difficult. I don't do any fancy stitches with this type of yarn because, like I say, it's nylon rope like. I guess some people use it for macrame. I can't say anything, but you know what I'm talking about. Those type of projects. So it's really, really strong. I have crocheted some cotton wallets. They go fast, but when I am selling them at the market or at any venue, they tend to like lean toward this type of wallet more. So I guess if I didn't have any other choice but to have cotton wallets out, they wouldn't. They would just buy whatever was there. But I like this for myself, so I tend to make things that I think others would like. You know, if I'm gonna do a hat, I'm gonna do it something I might like. You know, some color I may like, or I try to think about what color they may want. It's been a long day. I've been working on a lot of different trying to multitask in a lot of ways. Getting that back bump with a hook that doesn't have a point to it can be pretty interesting. I made a little dog, crochet toy dog, maybe about that big, a Yorkie. Um, my husband's colleague lost their little dog, and so I asked for a photo of it, and I tried to make it look just like his little dog to try to bring him some comfort. But I tell you, I won't do that again. It was fun making it, but those making little dogs with the little tiny tails, and he had a little tongue. I put it on my Instagram if you want to see what it looks like, because I don't have any photos. But it was cute, and it matched the color of my little dog. I thought about making my own little dog something, and I think the hardest part was making, the little, when you have the little terrier and they have the little face, the hair there on the face. That was probably the most challenging part of it. Sewing it together wasn't too terrible. Have to make sure the ears weren't crooked. But it turned out pretty much like the pattern that I purchased. So kudos to the author of that pattern. Will I do another one? Probably not. Unless I do my own little dog. So here I'm kind of just a single crochet stitch in the back bump. It'll go faster once I get through these chains. And I will try to it's a beautiful emerald green. I like it. I think I got this on Amazon. It's a really shiny kind of yarn. Nylon yarn, that is. Nylon is not like cotton. Nylon, you have to burn the ends to really make sure that it seals well. Macrame yarn. I don't know how many millimeters wide this is. So I'm just working my way through this, trying to get through it. I have not looking forward to the storms on tomorrow. Got some storms coming through. So I may try. I said, let me go ahead and just jump on Saturday and get this done. It's cloudy here. It's a good day to crochet. A little bit chilly, so I got on my hat and my sweater. Oh, I tell you. Tomorrow's Easter, and I think a lot of people are going to be getting storms, some type of storm, some people rain. I have someone, they said that they are in Colorado and it's snowing. Imagine snow in April. This weather is off. And then there's all these little earthquakes in Texas and California. So we just really need to stay prayed up. I tell you. When I first moved here, I felt my first earthquake. I think it was 2005. I had went home for, I think I had to go to work late that day. I went to work late. Well, when we worked Sundays, we get what was called comp time. So I didn't have to go in until like 1 o'clock. So I was just in that one room and I was laying there just resting. And all of a sudden, everything started shaking. I'm thinking, what is this? Is it an earthquake? What am I supposed to do? And I'm like, do I get in the middle of the doorway? But it sounded just like a train coming through. Just like it. They said it was a 2-point something. And, you know, Memphis, they always keep talking about the big one. Hopefully, it won't be like they think. But with everything so off these days, you just don't know. I don't think you can run from anything, any natural disaster. If it's going to happen, you just have to pray that you or stay safe. I'm trying to go through these back bumps here. And it's giving me, it's working its way. And let me see if I can show you. What did I do? Here it is. Right in front of me. So this is the wallet. When it finishes, it'll be like this. I need to go and get the other part before I can finish this one. It has 3 pockets. And I have a blue one. And I'm working on the green one. And I have another red one that I haven't finished. Let me show you it. I want to take pictures because I want to put it as a pattern. And I'll show you how it works. I leave a lot of yarn tail so I can work it. So it'll look like this. And then you fold it. And you fold it that way. It's a really nice yarn, really nice, sturdy, beautiful, beautiful color. Then I'm going to fold it down and I'll sew it around the edges. And then I'll fold it this way and it'll be finished. Now, almost. I'll add snaps and I'll add my little handmade sign on it. So I have 2 red, 1 blue. I need another red. I'm going to make a purple one, a green one. How many do I need to make? This is a customer's order. 2 red, 3 reds, 1 blue, 1 green. I don't know. It's a lot. But it doesn't take long. It's just the yarn is kind of hard on the hands. So it takes a little bit longer. So it'll give me muscles in my little hands. And I normally do this when I'm working, like if I'm going on a trip or something, if my husband is driving, I'll work on it while he's driving. And most of the time, by the time we get home, I'm pretty much finished. If I take my time doing it, if I was to do one, just taking my time. It probably can be finished in about 2 days, off and on. So, see, I've been on about 25 minutes. I don't know if you're working on anything special. I see one beautiful person on here. Hopefully you have your project in hand and you're working on something wonderful. I may come back again on Saturdays. Sundays, I love Sundays, but I don't get a lot of views unless maybe I need to do a better job of letting people know I'm coming on. I'm trying to find something that's consistent. Saturdays, it's kind of, I try to get things done around the house, planning for the week. And Sundays is kind of like my slow it down time. I do need to do some more tutorials. That would be ideal. And I need to come up here and spend some time organizing my room. I haven't really unpacked from the last event. So I'm going to create a inventory spreadsheet because I don't even know what all I have. I've been really bad with keeping up with my inventory. I would just sell. I would write it down in the beginning. And then when I come back, I don't even know what sold and what didn't. I kind of know, but I don't know. I need to do a better job of keeping up with what worked, what my best sellers were. Last time it was the little mini frogs. I think because they were an Easter egg, so that they love that. But the green frogs, the lime green ones, about this color lime, the puke. You see it. That kind of lime green did really well. I had some that were kind of dark green like this. They didn't do as well. Peach, they didn't do as well. I had peach frogs. They liked the pink ones. I only had a handful of colors. But they liked the green ones the best. Didn't sell any hats. I had some cotton hats for little kids, toddlers, adults. They just don't wear hats here. I got on my hat because it's supposed to be, it's got my little TYC and the heart. It's supposed to be branding, I guess. And it kind of keeps me a little warm when that air conditioner is on. Because our temperature is like hot, cold, cold, hot. Finish with this row. See, it's a beautiful emerald green. Just gorgeous. So I'm going to I did a long tail so I could just weave it in. Because you don't really want this type of yarn to come out. I don't know what would happen if it did. I just like to just make sure that it has a good, strong, solid foundation so it doesn't come loose on the customer. And it doesn't, like I say, it doesn't take long. It's just kind of hard on the hands because it's like the yarn is so, it's really strong. Very strong yarn. Good for wallets. Good for purses. I may have to do 2 green. I have to go look at my instructions on what the order she gave me. But after this, I think after I finish her wallets, I think I'm finished with everything that she requested. I really like working on orders. I really like getting to meet customers. I really like making things for them. I don't know if I would want to do this if she wasn't somebody who I really like. I don't know want to do custom orders, I think I'd rather have the orders already made up, and then they buy it that way, kind of like the hats I showed you. So I'm going to do probably just a couple rows, and then I'm going to call it a day so I can get the pictures taken of these hats so I can put them up on some. I don't know if I want to put them on Etsy. I guess I could put them on Etsy. I'm put them on Etsy, and I'm going to put it on my Taylor's Yarn Creations. I've been trying to work on my website. I've been kind of slacking on the website. Need to get my blog going and just all kinds of things. Trying to be more consistent. Consistency is king and queen. If you can be consistent, you can do anything. If you can be consistent and disciplined in your actions. I watched this one guy, he does weather, and he didn't have that many followers. Well, yes, he did. He had a lot of followers. And I watched how he went from 300,000 to 1,000,000 followers. His work ethic was impeccable. Every day, every morning he had an update, and still does. And every time there was some type of weather that was going on, he was there. And there's another guy who I want to say that was his competitor. The competitor already had 1,000,000 followers. But this guy was just steady plowing, steady working, steady plowing, steady working, not trying to compete against anyone but himself. And he is now at 1,000,000 followers, and he could probably, if he keeps with his work ethic, he may even pass the other guy up. You never know. The other guy still is the leader in regards to the weather. But he just showed me how if you're faithful and you're committed and you are dedicated to the work that you produce, that you can become successful, that your numbers are going to grow, that you're going to see growth. So, and that you're going to get really good at what you do. Like with me, I can see how my crochet has improved even more than what it already is, because I crochet probably every day. You know, they say 10,000 hours is what you need to become an expert. I know I'm an expert. I've been doing this since I was young, but I know in the last year or two, when I started doing more markets, that I crochet probably every day. And I know I put in the 10,000 hours. Also, being certified to teach has helped me tremendously, because I learned things that I would have never done. I made a couple baby cardigans, and it really taught me a lot. And so I know it just perfected my skill. What I learned on my own was great, but it was even more, became more skillful as I learned other techniques. You don't have to be certified, but I just found it very, very helpful to have a master instructor really kind of look at your work and say, you're doing good. Keep running. Keep running. The only thing I haven't done is I haven't determined my niche yet. I haven't done that. But I am trying to decide, what do I want to be known for? I haven't figured that out yet. And I think it's because I'm trying to see what people like, because I like to do everything. That's part of my problem. You got to kind of narrow down something, at least find one thing that you're good at. So I thought about, what do people want? I did hats are good probably closer to wintertime, and probably I think it just depends on what area you're in. Here, not too much. These Tennesseans. Maybe if I went to Nashville, I could sell some little crochet cowboy hats or something, since they like country music. But here, let me see, what do I think they like. I did some plushies. They tend to do pretty decent. And if you're going to go to like a vendor event, my thing is find something that you know is going to be a little bit different. Because if you go online and you find out that everybody is doing chickens, and then you start doing chickens, and then you get to the craft fair or your vendor event, and you find out your other people doing chickens, then what makes you different than the other chicken lady? So you kind of have to do something different. Maybe you can do chicken with bows, or chicken that have an outfit with it. I don't know. I'm just saying, just trying to figure out ways so that you can distinguish yourself. I mean, I love buying patterns that people say are bestsellers, but it may not be a bestseller for your area, but then maybe it is. And how can you add to that to make it even better or something different, so that when people come to your table, they buy your chicken over the other lady's chicken? Like I had a bunch of, I think I showed you in my last one of those videos. I had bought some yarn from the Dollar Tree, and I was able to make 5 octopuses out of one skein of yarn. The yarn was $1.25. Well, I'm not going to sell that. The yarn at the Dollar Tree is really not that good compared to some of the yarn I had. I had some other type of yarn in it. That yarn was a little bit better. So I made 5 for $1.25, which made it about 25 cents a piece. I added a keychain to it, and I sold that baby for $1. $1. For you, $1. And of course they sold, because people were looking sometimes for things that don't cost that much. Now the other person, I'm sorry if you brought your little octopuses and you wanted to charge $5 or $8 for it, and they say, well, I can go to her table and get it for $1, and it's got a keychain. I just want to get rid of them things. I don't want to bring them back home. So you got to think about that. The yarn didn't cost me that much. I was making a profit on it either way. It was a win-win. So I wasn't going to keep it. They grabbed them little things up in a heartbeat. And I made my profit back. I can go for $2. I can go buy some more yarn. Also consider, maybe like bundling things. Like I had my little frogs, and it was like, okay, you can buy 1 for $3, or you can buy 2 for $5. Of course, people want to save $1. And it came in this little plastic egg that probably didn't cost that much. I didn't do a breakdown of it. As you notice, I think I timed myself, and it took me about 20 minutes to make a little frog. Maybe I wasn't getting the full price for it, but I just wanted to get them things out. But next time I may sell it for a little bit more. As you kind of gauge, this was a new venue when I did it. It was a new venue, and I didn't want to really overcharge or too much for it. I just kind of wanted to do a test run. And one lady said, oh, I really like the little things. So I know that in the future, I'll probably make some more little things, but I'm probably going to sell it for a little bit more. There was a test run trying to see how things worked out. So I don't know. This might be a good time to come back up here. I am on row 4. So it's working out. Once you get that through those back bumps, it works up pretty fast. I probably should time myself. I'm gonna time myself in a minute after I get through this row. I got my phone here, and I'm gonna time myself when I get through this end of this row, and I'm gonna see how long it takes me to get through a row. Let me get my little stopwatch ready. On my phone, I got my stopwatch. So when I get through with this row, I'm gonna see how long it takes me. And I'm just gonna do standard time. I'm not gonna be trying to rush, see if I can beat the clock. I'm not gonna do that. I just want to see how long it takes me to do a row. And this will give me an estimate of how long it would take me to get through certain sections of this project. And then I can go ahead and add my time up. I need to create me a sheet, some type of time sheet. That's how I knew how long it took me to make a frog. And of course, once you start timing yourself, you can probably figure out ways to beat your own time. Like maybe I could have did the frog in 15 minutes. You know, when you're first doing a project and you're following somebody's instructions, you're gonna go a little bit slower. So I probably could have did the frog in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm not gonna say 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because I had them little eyeballs that you lose one of them and you're gonna be looking all day, because I don't want my little dog to come up here and find it and start chewing on it. So I'm gonna find that little eyeball. Okay, so I'm at the end of this row. And like I said, the yarn is really, I got to get that little tail and trim it and burn it. So let me go ahead and push start. And I'll just keep talking and try not to look at this clock. Because have you ever had where you were doing something and you're like, oh, I'm going to look at the clock and try to see if I can beat the clock? I just want to see how long it would take. I'm just going to go my standard way. I'm not trying to rush through it. If I stop and pull the yarn, that's all included. Just try to be your own race against yourself. But I know for me, since this is using I think this is a G hook. I think I have more than one G hook. So if I wanted to do, I think I have to do another red one. So say, for example, I wanted to start another red one. I can pull that other G hook and try to do 2 at one time. I've done that before. It works out pretty fast. It's like a little factory, your own little personal factory. I just try to make sure I keep all my project together so I don't lose the hooks. And I don't start anything else until I finish. That's another thing I've been working on, is finishing. Have you ever, sometimes I see stuff and I'm like, oh, I want to work on this. I want to work on that. I started moving things out of the way. I brought most of the yarn up here from out of my other room down there. And I'm like, let's put everything together. Okay, let's get this yarn. I'm hoping that the weather's not too bad. We've been going through some really odd times, but my rose bush outside the back is beautiful. It's giving me some of the most gorgeous roses. I'm in love. So when they all go, I have to trim off what they call the dead heads, the flowers that have died. And when I do that, they'll just keep blooming. I was going to trim it and neaten it up, but the weather wouldn't allow me to do it. And before you know it, the flowers start popping out. But it's so gorgeous. So gorgeous this year. The rain, in spite of the rain, it's been such a resilient plant. In spite of the snow, in spite of the ice, it just keeps pushing. I'm almost at the end of this. And I will give myself an estimate of how long it took me. I'm going to stop. Ooh, that hurts my hand. 3 minutes and 7 seconds, 49 minutes, almost not quite 3:08. But this yarn, like I say, it's kind of hard on the hands. I have about 5 rows. I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to call it a day. So if I did 3 minutes times 5, it's about 15 minutes. It's saying I did this in 15 minutes. If that is correct, maybe 16 with the 0.07. So it takes me about 20 minutes to do 15 minutes to do this, 20 minutes to do 6 rows. That's not bad. If I could just stay with it, but I find myself, you know, my name Deborah means the bee. That's why you see that little bumblebee there. I'm busy as a bee. I don't know if you ever tried timing yourself. Like if you're working on something, see how long it takes you to do a row. I saw one person. Some people, they be like this. I'm not crocheting really, but they be, I be like, okay, you got it. I want to make sure that I don't miss a stitch because I'm not taking it back down. If you can do all that, have at it, sweetie pie. But I'm not taking mine down because I know when I'm sleepy and if I'm working on something and I get sleepy, I miss all kinds of stitches. Now I wake up in the morning, I'm like, no. Yes, you got to frog it. If I'm counting and I'm doing a project or something, following someone's pattern, and it tells me I need 24 single crochet stitches and I count and it's only 23, I will take it back down until I get to the 23. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hopefully you're working on something that's really fun. But try timing yourself. I think when you time yourself, you get to kind of get a better estimate of how long it takes you to make something. And I know some days, like I say, if I'm sleepy or tired, I try not to work on anything. I just call that a day because I know I'm not gonna be focused. So when I get through with this, I think I have to do like 9 of these rows, and then I start doing the short end of it. So I would have to do 3 more rows of this in order to make it 9 because I'm at row 6. So in order to do that, let's see how many minutes would it take. I'm almost at the 6. 3 times 3 is, I'll probably be finished with 9 rows in about 10 more minutes, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stop because this, like I say, this yarn is kind of, it really works your hands, your hand muscles. And I'm going to stop because I don't want to overdo it on today. This yarn is macrame yarn. It's really strong, made out of cotton, not cotton, nylon. You're not going to break it easy. You're not going to break it easy at all. You know, some of this yarn you break, not this kind. And so when you're crocheting with it, it's really works your hands. So there we go. Until next time, my beautiful creative friends, you have a great night. Stay safe out here. This weather is crazy. Stay prayerful and be blessed. But most of all, keep creating and keep crocheting.